E3, we announced that on November 11th, for the first time ever, you could play Master Chief's entire story on a single console with Halo, the Master Chief Collection. Including Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4, the Master Chief Collection is a nostalgic tribute to his past, but also introduces new ways to play Halo on Xbox One. In addition to celebrating the past, we wanted to lay the foundation for the future with new story and a sneak peek at some of our future gameplay. So included in the Master Chief Collection is Halo Nightfall, our live-action digital series from executive producer Ridley Scott and director Sergio Mimica-Gazan. Nightfall introduces Agent Locke, who plays a key role in Halo 5 Guardians. And on December 29th, we begin a 3-week preview of one of our new multiplayer experiences in the Halo 5 Guardians multiplayer beta. Halo is set in a rich and deep universe, filled with stories and characters. It's a universe that encourages exploration in our games, our novels, our comics, our live action. At 343, it has long been a goal of ours to bring every Halo experience together into a single destination. So this fall, to coincide with the release of the Master Chief Collection, we're thrilled to announce a brand new way to immerse yourself in our universe, the Halo Channel. This is your home for Halo. The Halo Channel is an all-new interactive digital network on Xbox One and Windows, giving users the ability to watch original content like Halo Nightfall, explore the universe, or seamlessly join friends across any game on Xbox One. And as part of the Halo Channel experience, we're excited to announce our partnership with Twitch, which allows you to seamlessly integrate and amplify everything you do in Halo, from competitive multiplayer matches to speedruns and beyond. And of course, from the Halo Channel, you can launch and play the Master Chief Collection. Please welcome Dan Ayub, 343's executive producer, to demo the game.
Thanks, Bonnie. We're thrilled to give fans a new way to relive their favorite memories of Halo 1 through 4. The Master Chief Collection comes with all content unlock, curated playlists, and over 100 multiplayer maps, all on a single disc. Now, November is the 10-year anniversary of Halo 2, and we're working hard to bring the game into the modern console era. Now, we showed you a quick glimpse of multiplayer at E3, but today we wanted to give you a first look at the remastered Halo 2 Anniversary campaign with a playthrough of one of my favorite levels, Delta Halo. So Dennis is going to drive for us. You all set, Dennis? All right. So we're starting here in classic mode. This is how the game looked 10 years ago. Everyone remember that? Let's see how it looks today with some of our magic.
Got another contact.
Yeah, this is a fun feature, but we're going to stay in new mode for the sake of the rest of this demo. So we're going to run through, and you can see some of the work we've done to it. You can hear that new audio as well. And what Dennis is showing you right now is some of the things with the rocket launcher. You've got that lock-on mode, which was really key and unique to Halo 2. And you know what's important to note about that, despite the changes we made to this game, the audio changes, the graphical changes, how much smoother it is at 60 frames per second, the game still plays exactly as you remember 10 years ago. That has been kept intact throughout the entirety of the experience. So you're able to relive all of those great memories you've had of this game, but now in a completely next-gen experience. So we're going to run up the rest of the valley here. And again, you can just catch the smoothness again of 60 frames per second, the great lighting, the great graphics. We've just had a tremendous amount of fun bringing this game to you, and I can't wait for you guys to see some more of this in November. Thanks, Dennis. Now, yeah. Now at E3, we promised to share a little more info with you guys as to how we're approaching the ranking system in the Master Chief Collection. And the fans were very vocal about how much they loved the ranking system in Halo 2. So I'm pleased to announce that the Master Chief Collection will feature a skill-based ranking system with identical leveling to Halo 2. Finally, we wanted to do something special for you here at Gamescom. So this week, for the first time, you'll be able to play 2 of our reimagined Halo 2 Anniversary multiplayer maps included in the Master Chief Collection on the floor. Ascension, which we announced at E3, as well as another returning favorite. I'm pleased to tell you our 4th reimagined Halo 2 multiplayer map will be the legendary Sanctuary. Now, we know you love esports here in Germany, so we thought we'd have a little fun with the help of our friends at Twitch, with a little multiplayer competition. We brought in some of the best Halo players on the planet and captured all of the action and its intensity on Sanctuary. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sanctuary.
Hey everybody, we're really excited to be showing off the brand new Halo 2 Anniversary map reveal, Sanctuary. I'm Bravo, and with me is Alex Goldenboy Mendez. We're also joined by some of the best professional Halo players in the world. Walshy, Strongside, Flamesword, and Pistola. I'm really excited to show off Sanctuary for the first time. Alex, it's a classic Halo map.
Yeah, it's a map that old school Halo fans absolutely love. And luckily we have 4 incredible players here to show off the map. So what we're gonna do is take these 4 guys, split them up into 2 teams, have them play a quick match to 5, and see what happens.
All right, let's hop into the match. Teams for the match are going to be Walshy and Strongside going up against Pistola and Flamesword, and we're starting things off here with Flamesword's point of view as he pushes down to the middle of the map.
Now remember, Bravo, one thing you want to do is deny the enemy team possession of the rockets off the break, so Flamesword did a great job of that. But jumping over to Strongside here, who has a sniper rifle, he's going to miss 2 shots, sending one nade forward, can't quite find the other one as well, but there is going to be a player pushing ring 1.
Yeah, it looks like that's Flamesword who snuck ring 1. He's going to try to grab that rocket launcher and actually does steal the rocket launcher, misses the first rocket on Strongside, and pushes him back.
Yeah, and tried to go for the quick scope there, couldn't quite find it, but jumping back to Flamesword now, who actually has the rockets. He wasted 2 before, finds 1 there. That's going to make it 1-0 for the double, yes! And he's able to get it, making the score 2-1.
And now switching gears over to Strongside, who's off the respawn, just over a minute left, and as you said, his team is down by 1, immediately pushing towards the middle of the map. I like what he's doing here with his ring 3 vantage point.
I couldn't agree more with you, Bravo. Here he's going to find 1 player down at the bottom, perfect nade placement, able to take him out, and can he line up the double kill? Yes, he can, making it 3-2, red team in the lead.
And now switching over to Pistola, 1 minute left on the clock, but his team is down by 1 kill, so he wants to slow things down just a bit. He needs to coordinate an attack with Flamesword as they push towards the middle of the map, putting some shots down on Walshy, but does get sniped from the right side. That's going to force him to drop down. Let's switch over to Strongside, who has the sniper rifle.
Yeah, and with that said, he has the game in his hands as well. 3-2 is the score. Let's see what Strongside and Walshy can do here as they have control of the center of the map. There is going to be a player, though, ring 2, finding 1, 2 swift body shots, and that's going to make it 4-3. Strongside can shut the game down. Oh, and he hit the no-scope for the win. Game over.
Incredible game with a great no-scope from Strongside to end it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Sanctuary.
For the first time, we have Ascension and Sanctuary playable on the show floor in the Xbox booth. In addition, we're partnering with ESL to do a Halo 2 anniversary tournament in the Esports Hall. So come to join us for both. Last but not least, we wanted to give an update about what we've been thinking about for Halo 5 Guardians Beta. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy the Master Chief Collection this November.
Having a beta this early in development is crucial because it gives us as developers the opportunity to react to the feedback that we get from fans and actually take that into account as we're continuing to complete the multiplayer experience for Halo 5 Guardians. The focus of the beta is going to be on 4v4 arena gameplay, which is really, getting back to that legacy of competitive gameplay that's always been at the heart of Halo's multiplayer.
Halo's always been a great competitive game. That old school feeling of what is arena shooter, 4 players in each team, controlling weapons on map, controlling the map itself, your teammates being in the right position.
The beta will run from December 29th through January 18th for a period of 3 weeks.
We have 7 maps, we have 3 modes, 11 sandbox weapons that are going to be included, and 7 armor sets that you'll be able to customize your Spartan with. Looking at small maps that are really tailored to 4v4 combat. We've also got fair start, so what that means is no one's going to have a different loadout than the other person. Every member of red team is going to be the same as every member of the blue team. We've got 60 frames per second, which is going to be awesome. Just a blistering pace of we're going to have dedicated servers. All these things are really going to support our goals for fostering that competitive gameplay.
The Halo channel to be this great complementary experience with the beta. And so it's not just for us to be able to push entertainment to you, it's also for the viewer and the player to kind of give information back to us. We'll be running all of this programming leading up into the beta and throughout the beta, but you'll also be able to unlock some things in the beta that you'll actually be able to carry forward into Halo 5 Guardians.
Anytime you're putting something out there that you're working so hard on, it's always nerve-wracking to have the first time anybody gets hands-on with that experience, but it's also invigorating. And so we're all just really excited to get online and play with the fans and hear their feedback to help make Halo 5 Guardians the best game it can possibly be.
Here we are. Dan Ayub is sitting here. Dan, you made it down. Good to see you. That was a heck of a run. This is live TV. Anything can happen. Now we're sitting here. I've got Twitter open in front of me. I've got some questions, but show us what we're going to be seeing here. I mean, Twitter blew up when we saw this. This is unbelievable.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, Dennis and I are going to show you Sanctuary here
Dennis.
today.
Dennis is over there.
The lovely and talented Dennis Reese.
Yeah.
So what we wanted to show you today was give you guys a first look at Sanctuary,
right,
which is actually going to be playable at the floor here at Gamescom for the first time.
So if you're coming out of Gamescom this weekend for public days, you will get your hands on with this.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, as you can tell, first thing that jumps out.
Look at the birds. Look at them. Wow.
Is the bird. No, I mean, the map, we're thrilled, right? The map is gorgeous. This is quickly turning into one of my favorite, we chose 6 maps to remake.
How did you do that? I heard you talk about 6 maps. How? I mean, with the 100 or so maps, how did you decide that these are the ones we're going to do?
It was interesting. Obviously, in many cases, people have their favorites, right? But there are some that are kind of slam dunks, and actually Sanctuary was really big on that list, right? This is just a map that people love.
Look at the lighting.
I know, this is a spectacular map. Sanctuary was just really easy. When we sat down and started having the conversations, this was on everybody's list.
Right.
And I couldn't be happier with how it's come out. I mean, the team's done an amazing job. The map looks gorgeous. But in all of this, with all the changes, we've been able to keep the flow the same. So that map flow, the play flow that people remember, is almost 100% identical.
And I want to point out, you said this, I believe you said this up on stage, but if you haven't, we'll say it right now. If people love this, they see all this, but they're going, oh, what have you done to my map? I want the old one back. You've got that. You have the option.
Absolutely. So whereas we chose 6 to remastered, the original versions of those
still
maps
there.
are still there.
Yeah.
So get in them, go have fun, go to town. But I mean, you know, what's great about these multiplayer maps, right? You know, 60 frames per second, 1080p.
Oh my
You can
God.
see the smoothness. You can just see how crisp and beautiful these maps are. The vistas are gorgeous. And you know, we've done a couple of other
It
interesting things
feels,
with these.
because of the way the lighting is, it feels completely different.
It really does. And I mean, the lighting is even, you know, you saw when Dennis was coming around with like kind of the sun coming
Right.
up in the bloom. You can actually, in some points, get blinded as you're looking up.
Right.
And, oh, there's something interesting.
All right, now wait a minute. Any video gamer at home sitting what knows exactly what to do. It's red.
You gotta
Dennis, shoot it,
You
please.
got to shoot it, right?
And what happened? Oh, look at that.
Isn't that, so this is one of the new things we've done on the maps. All of
Wow.
these maps have a dynamic element.
Okay.
So it's going to let you do something to change the flow of the map a little bit. So in this case, you shoot that, the waterfall is going to start to come over it, and that changes your sight lines, right?
Right.
So you could
It sure
be
does.
inside, or you know, you can have someone coming at you, and it just changes that flow a little bit. And we've got those themes. That theme is intact with all of our maps. There's going to be something that you can do to change the flow of
Now,
that
in this
map.
case, since it's a kind of a symmetrical map, does the same? I can see the red on the other side.
Yeah.
Same thing happens on the other
Exactly.
side to each base.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
So whatever base you're in, we've got the water theme for this one. So in
Let's
this
go
case,
shoot
as
that.
Dennis runs
Dennis-
over,
Dennis,
blasts
shoot.
it. We'll see his aim's pretty good.
There we go.
There it
comes
is.
the- So now, will the water keep going down through the entire match, or does it reset?
It will eventually reset.
I see.
And that adds some strategic elements to it as well. Sometimes you may want it, sometimes you may not.
All right.
But yeah, I can stare at this map for hours. I just love how beautiful this map is.
Now, I had a
looking.
question here from Twitter, sitting right here on my surface. At WebbyStimp327 asks, what was the best part of making the upcoming game?
Oh man, I mean,
Is it like this, being able to remaster
yeah,
things?
some of it is this, right? I
Right.
mean, a lot of it is weird.
Look at the water.
It's gorgeous.
My
I know.
God.
I mean, we're all working at 343 because we
Wow.
love Halo,
Yeah.
right? And playing Halo is what got so many of us into 343, and in many cases into the business in the first
Sure.
place. So for us to be able to go back and take
Wow.
a map like this and make it better and improve upon it, it's just a tremendous privilege.
Yeah.
It's just a whole lot of fun, and the whole team's just having a blast making it.
There's more water, and we're
There's
going to go
more
inside,
water.
and it just goes right through. Now, I mean, there's so much going on here. That HUD feels and looks so familiar. You know, we can see the radar, and I love the fact that you kept everything the same. I mean, even the waypoints in the lower left-hand corner near the radar.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, whether the multiplayer or the campaign,
There's a turret.
There's that turret. I mean, that was key for us. Was that ability to bring it into the modern era, but
Yep.
make sure that gameplay is the same. Because you've got your favorite memories of Halo 2.
Oh,
I'm
I sure do.
I've got mine, and we want to enhance those memories. We don't want to take them away.
Right.
So that gameplay is identical. It's how you remember.
Charge that up. Charge it up and let her go.
Here we go.
There we go.
Boom.
Yeah. God, it looks so great. Now this is a little different because
Yep.
there used to be an energy sword.
Good
down
eye,
here.
yeah. So this is one of the changes we made here is we've replaced the energy sword with the rocket launcher.
Okay.
And the
In this particular map.
in this particular map.
Right.
And we've had a tremendous amount of fun. We had some pros playing this
Oh,
map.
I want to
last
see the
week.
needler. I need to see. I need to see.
I think
Pink
we
mist.
just passed it. Yep, there it is.
So yeah. So there. Oh,
There it is.
That's great.
I mean, what's great here is you're also, I mean, we're not hearing it now, but we've redone the audio as well. So
Okay.
you're not just getting these new visuals. We re-recorded the weapon sounds, even like the footfalls, the music. So the game just sounds better than it ever has. It looks better than it ever has. And it's just an amazingly fun map.
Now you talked about remastering. You know, obviously visually remaster it in the audio. I mean, how difficult is that to go in and kind of work on these iconic moments and the map flow and so forth? I mean, because you talked a little bit earlier, we were talking off the air about Max.
Yep.
Let's talk about Max Hoberman, which some people may not know, but they certainly know his work.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you played the original Halo 2, you know Max's work. Max was the original
Max Hoberman,
multiplayer. Max
yep.
Hoberman at Certain Affinity, who worked with us on these 6 new maps.
Right.
Max was the original multiplayer designer on
Right.
Halo 2, so it was a great experience. As soon as we started this project, I flew down to Austin, and Max and I were just chatting.
So
right?
Max has his own company now.
Yes, which is Certain Affinity,
And they
located down in Austin. We've been working with them for years.
Now, what was it like to go to Max and go, hey, Max, remember that map you made about 10 years ago? How about you redo it?
It was wild, right? I mean, Max just geeked out immediately
Yeah.
because we were just sitting having a drink. It was like, okay, Max, what would you like to have done? And you couldn't, either because you didn't have the tech or you didn't have the time or you
Right.
didn't have the tools. And it was just great because Max will just immediately start launching into stories.
Right.
And, oh, yeah, and we couldn't do this and we didn't have time to finish that.
Right.
And, we just got into this amazing, great partnership, this great dialogue with Certain Affinity of things they wanted to do, things we wanted to do. And this is the result, right? You've just got a gorgeous map that plays how you remember.
I mean, look at the walls there.
Exactly.
You can see the water just coming down there.
It is gorgeous. The detail
So
on this map
luscious.
is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I often say that I do think this is going to be one of the best, most popular Halo maps ever shipped.
Now,
'Cause
you
it is
said
so
you're
much
going to do
fun.
6 of them.
Yes.
So let's talk about the ones you've announced already.
Okay, so what have we talked about so far? So we talked about this. We talked about Ascension. Dennis, what were the other 2 we've announced? I don't want to get into jail here. Ascension, Sanctuary,
Yep.
Coagulation's the other one.
Known as Blood Gulch.
Blood Gulch.
So those oldies.
We're going to stop there because
Okay.
we're both worried we're going to say the
Totally
wrong
get
one.
that. Totally get that. But there's going to be a total of 6 eventually. And
Yes.
you guys, with hand-loving care, have remade these using the power of Xbox One. And I want to be clear: this is the first time that you'll ever be able to play all of the Master Chief games, all the Halo games, on one console.
On one console, on
Right.
a single generation,
Right.
right? Because franchise has been around a long time and it has spanned so many consoles.
Right.
So when we started working on this project, that was a big part of it. Like, how do we take all of these games and bring it to one console? So it's a tremendous opportunity.
I see a reset here, so
yeah,
we're coming
there you
back
go.
down. Yeah.
And what's great about the Xbox One, we have so much more power to work with.
Right.
I mean, we couldn't do this before, right? Like, people get excited about all of the games unlocked,
Right.
everything on one disc. And this is really something we couldn't do before the Xbox One.
Well, I got to tell you, I have not had a chance to get hands-on time with this game yet because you guys have been real busy. But I was downstairs where you're setting up where people are going to get their hands-on,
great.
and at Gamescom, people were geeking out over the menu system.
It's funny, we liked it. We're like thrilled. People are so excited about that menu system. But there's just something so powerful to people, I think, emotionally, just looking at it and saying, like, it's all here.
And let's talk about that real quickly. I mean, I don't know if you, Dennis, if you can back out and show it, but it allows you to go into different playlists, right?
Absolutely.
And talk about that.
One of the advantages we've got of unlocking everything at the beginning
Right.
is we can create some really fun playlists. So you can move through the game however you want.
Oh, look at that
Everything's
screen.
unlocked.
That's so beautiful.
But by having the playlist, we can do things like, okay, we're going to have playlists where you play all the vehicle missions
Right.
from Halo 1 through 4, just back to back.
Okay.
Or, all of the space missions, or all of the Warthog missions, or I think Dennis's personal favorite, where we've just got start the first level at Halo 1, work all the way through to the end of Halo 4, just
Right.
like in one power grind right
Right.
through the whole thing. So, and we're going to have more of those
Right.
after we launch as well.
Right. Well, we're probably going to, we don't know. Unfortunately, I just got the note here in my ear that we're out of time. So, we're, if you're coming to Gamescom, just remember that you are going to be able to play this on the floor. You can check out the menu system yourself.
Check it out. Yeah, you can come. You can play Ascension and
And the game
Sanctuary.
itself. So you'll have Ascension
And Sanctuary playable on the floor. Come check it out. We're going to be running matches Wednesday through, right through the end of the show.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. So I want to thank you for coming by. Awesome for you to come directly right above us and run down here
It's
to
a
join
nice
us.
run.